Give me Guff any day. Demon Dragon, Mech, Pirate, and Undead. Undead, no Beast. Dragons, no Pirate, and Pirates. Dragon Pirate exists in this game, which is cool. Mech, no Murlocs. No Quillbore, no Murloc. Alright, so pretty fair. One kind of fun combo in Dragon Pirates. Everything else is pretty much standalone tribes doing their own thing. How you feeling on Friday, Bofur? Not bad. First game was Scream into the Abyss kind of game, but we came out on top. +1, I'll take it. From a bad start to a game on a low armor hero. And the second game seems to be shaping up to be real nice. I see Guff, I play Guff. I think Guff might be my favorite hero right now. Friendship ended with, where were you last game? The fuck were you guys? Friendship ended with Barov. Guff's my homie now. It has very Gallywix feels to it, you know? Hey, Bofur, is Agam as busted as I feel it is? Yes. But mostly it's because economy is really busted in the game at the moment. Trinkets just kind of break the game. Not shocker. Most events have something that's really busted, right? Like, this isn't a... Holy hell, did you just say there's imbalance in my Hearthstone game? Clutches pearls. Like, yeah, there's always imbalance. But the thing that breaks in Battlegrounds almost always is economy. And when you have ways of capitalize on economy, well, those cards break. Trinkets right now kind of break the game in certain ways. One way is that Agam capitalizes. End of turn effects. Trinkets that enable getting access to 6 stars early enough in the game that you get multiple extra turns of end of turn effects to get ahead. Create some pretty crazy scenarios, right? Like, most of the 6 stars are balanced around the fact that you don't get them super early, and Trinkets give you access to 6 stars really early. So cards like Agam, cards like Murkai, cards like we even are arguing that Pokey is playable in certain scenarios because of how good the rest of the stuff to support it is. I will always take you. I'm gonna go Automaton in my lobby. Did I miss something about Agam? But it's kind of hard to answer that because I don't know when you've paid attention to the video game. Do you mean, like, did something change on Agam last week, last month, last year? So Agam was fundamentally changed about 3 months ago, whatever it was, to be, instead of playing 1/1 on all tribes, it now plays a blood gem on all tribes when you play a blood gem on it. As long as you know that change. Now that we have blood gem scaling, the buff from Agam scales, which you can see how that gets out of control. It's basically play Menagerie and then all of the value from Menagerie and just use things to scale blood gems, right? And with Trinkets, there's a lot of ways to make that happen in a timely manner. And especially with, I think this guy disconnected. He has nothing in his hand. All right, we got Ghost in this game. Confirmed. Ooh, wait a second. We've got a Ghost in this game, immediately gets automatons and oils. This is a first. But I'd like to be able to greed this with a Ghost. Coolio. Ghost gone. Get fucked me. No Ghost for you anymore, bro. Anyway. We're killing people. We killed someone on turn 3 and on turn 4. I told you Guff was OP. Well, no more Ghost anymore, so let's revert our plans a little bit. Do you play Cryfoul just because you want to have a 1/4 or Wrathwaver? Or we just bank it? Feel like it doesn't change much in terms of the combat. Pretty dead card. Might as well just greed a little bit here. Takes greedy hero, takes oil, takes spell, doesn't play spell. Nothing could go wrong with this level of greed. But yeah. Pretty much every game at this point, we're starting the game by looking at the tribes and then talking about the obvious synergies that exist. Because, like, right now with Trinkets, knowing that route that is available and, like, the potential for scaling in the game dictates your play pattern so hard. Whether there's Coolborn Murloc in the game together, Mech Murloc in the game together. Dragon Pirate gives you a release valve. Beast Undead gives you a release valve. Bro, I'll take it. That was great. That's a quitter's mentality. Quitters quitting. That's right. What about cooks? Do cooks cook? I really don't want automatons, but I will take it if I have to. I don't think we're doing Elise this game. Too much tempo to give up. Game sped up so much since people have figured out how valuable economy is. It's an opinion. Yeah, sure. Feel like it's kind of the opposite. Game slowed down a bit since people have figured out how good economy is. But the game is definitely fast. But that was like that since day one. As soon as we picked up this patch, people were just like, all right, absolute barn burner level of stats. Let's fucking go. And that was savage, Bofur. I just, trying to disagree in a polite way. I should learn how to be polite. My man's leveling to the moon. Good morning, Bofur. You're a lucky man. I mean, damage-wise? Yeah, I don't agree. I think it was faster when we first started this season. Maybe it's like that on, like, certain games. Says the word local MMR. Yeah, maybe. Bro, I want to start my beatboxer stack. This is beatboxers for sure, right? Or guff. Play it on automaton, it's just a bit of tempo. Yeah. Not sure I'd argue that Divine Shield on automaton is really that much more tempo than Divine Shield on anything on this board, though. Because we kind of scream bump, right? Automaton portrait leveled to 5. So I don't think I'd buy that. Functionally the same. Have him either of those Divine Shields. He didn't bump, though. I feel you, though. If it's giant-ass minions crashing into it, it's definitely better. If I need to take more damage in early, and it's also like there's really something I'm missing that's causing me to take more damage, yeah, but if it's all economy, then like the early damage isn't due to people valuing economy. That's why I have a problem with the statement. Not that damage isn't super high and people are making crazy boards, but people are making crazy boards to turn 9, 10, 11, 12. That's what economy facilitates. Early damage ain't the case. If people are going oils and shit like we are, like all these boards are really weak at the beginning of games. And then they just spike super hard. No. I don't want more automatons, Bob. Not to be like overly dismissive. I think the point has merit. Just it's a little more nuanced than saying like economy is the problem. My disagreement is the economy is the problem portion of the statement, not that the game isn't super fast. Game's super fast. Agreed. But would you feel like the game's super fast, or would you prefer it to be slower? I just want stat scaling to be similar. Board to board. I don't want to see games go millions of stats versus 0 stats. When boards are closer, then it leaves more counterplay. More counterplay is fun. I don't think games need to be slower. I don't think games need to be faster. The games just need to stay similar in terms of board power for longer in games. And I think the end of turn effects and trinket spikes are the biggest things that cause that problem. Oakley dokley. We can take a 7-star for reasons. We can go Kodo Pouch and cycle a bunch of things. We can go Glowing Gauntlet and get bigger magnets. We can go Mechadraxus sticker and get lucky. It's not terrible. I like playing with Peggle's Rod. Me too. Big rod enjoyer. Want this off the board or not? Show me my 6-star. Here bada bada, here bada bada. Fuck. Here bada bada, here bada bada. Swing and a miss. Alright, I think at this point we just kind of have to play the thing the game's given us. We can grumble about it, but it's time. No. Rabble. Yeah, the game's unfortunately not giving us the connection. Maybe we can win the game before other people win the game. But yeah, I like to circle around on the pretentious comments that I'm making. Like, this is where I think we see the spike, right? It's like this turn 9 spike, the turn 10 spike. Like, what we're doing here is just like a read that if you're saying like, yeah, like people value economy a lot and then they're spiking really hard on these trinket turns, I'd be 100% in agreement with that statement. Saying like spikes early are due to people playing economy. It kind of feels like it's the opposite way. That people get really greedy early on in games, and then as games get to these midpoints, you have more resources to spike really hard, and that's what causes the damage to get out of hand. My god, these summons are so slow. You're so slow. Got him. And that, I think, is the slight difference between like how we approach that statement. Beautiful. Would you stop resummoning this pony that resummons more things? I want to have a little bit of time to play next turn. Thank you. That is a lot of minions to kill. Good thing they're all tiny. Oakley dokley, bub. That was my armor breaking. Why it took forever. I don't think we just cycle 5 stars for the sake of cycling 5 stars. But what if it's a good 5-star? Should have just gone 75 Theatars. That was the answer. How did I not see it? Dude, we have like so many things that were leaning mech. Game just didn't want to connect mech. We are slowly gold ramping until we make a board that's relevant. Yo, Friday vibes, baby. Yo, Friday vibes, baby. It's a good day to be a vibes enjoyer. Slowly, steadily, we're gaining resources. Surely by turn 53 we'll be relevant. Nope, that was a trash hit. Trash hit. Trash player. Okay, guys. We got to work on this whole, like, hit the decent minion thing. There you go. Just rely on our opponent to hit the wrong minion. There we go. Bofur, you can't say that anymore? I don't know what I couldn't say, but that's my bad. I didn't realize whatever statement I made was off limits. I don't think we ever get enough shields to make that relevant. We could just cycle it because it gives it a little bit of attack. And it's a 5-star. That's cute. Bran? Hey, she's back. Does that mean Sathara works now? Let's find out. I have no money left. It's tragic. I'm so saddened by this single Nala bullshit. But we probably should just play to kill everybody, right? This is just not that many stats. Cultist is bugged, I thought. Yeah, that's a tough part about games without clear communication. I think Blizzard did a pretty good job conveying that information. But it was disabled, right? Sathara was disabled, and now it's back in the game. You can only make the assumption that it's back in the game because they fixed it. As somebody just said right there, apparently there was a patch a couple hours ago that mentioned a bug fix for Sathara, but, you know, that patch isn't readily available and shown to me, so I have no fucking clue that happened. I just got to make the assumption that they wouldn't have just thrown it right back in the game had there not been a reason to throw it back in the game. Yeah, it's basically fixed. Fuck it, let's see what happens. Alright, good shit, good shit. Was it a separate issue that was fixed? I doubt it. I doubt they disable it for a reason and then they bring it back and they haven't fixed the issue. What's my upside on going to 6? Single turn Nala? At this point, I don't drop Sathara. I want eyes. I guess the spell to generate spells. Where the fuck were you, beatboxer? No way that pivot's timely, right? We got 1 turn left after this fight. Where the fuck were you? You had one job. It was to show up for work. And alas, you failed to do your job. It was theater strat. Wish I had a gold. Because I want the Sathara. I could even argue taking Trickster just so that I could potentially get golden Trickster naturally. But if I'm going to use 7 gold there, I'm not likely to be able to pick this up. Or to spit those stats, I should say. So I guess we just commit it and then we'll sell through Nala next turn. I get my updates from Twitch chat, so thanks for the clarification. Same a lot of the times. This guy just conceded. He was the one that took like 4 years to be able to kill. Hey, wait a second. You're not supposed to tie. Had we known that that guy was like nothing, we could have greeted, but he'd only been dead 0 turns. How optimistic are we about this combo? A little more now. Even more. Nope. I have an undead in my hand. I could trigger it, but seems expensive. Believe? No Leroy? I don't know why I play Leroy in this spot. Feels like nothing on this board is worse than Leroy. I mean, it could be Leroy. What if he's so weak that none of your things die? Then the cultists will kill themselves. It's tragic. Yeah, I can think of worse spots to be. 4 health buffs straight in the Baron. Okay, well, the ghost got the other guy. I don't know what this lobby was, honestly. It's a guff first. Guys, it's just another guff first. I think we're like 4 in a row at this point. Let's just pick only guff. But seriously, lobby end turn 13. And if this is like, you know, the disconnect in the conversation, which it's always hard to tell intent with people, you know? Which is like, you know, lobbies are fast. Agreed. 100% agreed. The lobbies are fast like 9, 10, 11, 12. The spikes are just absurd. Sometimes everyone dies before anybody connects. That port. Can you play naked? I mean, I could.